Hello, and welcome. I'm Christopher Shearer, the Alexa Business Coach. Today we tackle why most small businesses fail and how to avoid it. Many ventures don't survive past their first years due to avoidable pitfalls. We'll explore the top 5 reasons for failure and provide actionable solutions. This is about turning potential failure into success stories. When you ask most people why businesses fail, they might mention competition, poor marketing, or even a lack of innovation. But the truth is, the number one reason businesses close their doors for good is poor cash flow management. It's a silent killer, often invisible until it's too late, quietly draining the life from even the most promising companies. Many entrepreneurs are shocked to discover that profit on paper doesn't always translate to cash in hand. You might see a healthy bottom line in your accounting software, but that doesn't mean you have the money available to pay your bills, your employees, or yourself. The difference between profit and cash is one of the most misunderstood concepts in business. Think of cash as the oxygen your business breathes. Without it, every part of your operation starts to suffocate. You can have the best products, the most loyal customers, and a fantastic team, but if you run out of cash, none of that matters. The lights go out, the doors close, and dreams are put on hold. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of making sales and growing your business. Many entrepreneurs focus on revenue, thinking that more sales will solve all their problems. But if you don't pay attention to when cash actually comes in and when it needs to go out, you can quickly find yourself in trouble. Timing is everything. Let me share a real story. I once worked with Sarah, the founder of a creative agency. She was talented, driven, and her business was growing fast. But beneath the surface, she was constantly worried. Every month felt like a race to cover payroll and keep the lights on, even though her agency was landing big clients and winning awards. The problem, her clients loved her work, but they paid on long terms, sometimes 60 or even 90 days after the project was delivered. Meanwhile, her expenses, like rent, software, and salaries, were due immediately. The gap between money going out and money coming in kept getting wider. To keep things afloat, Sarah started relying on credit cards and short-term loans, hoping that the next big check would arrive in time to cover the last one. It was a stressful cycle, and every late payment from a client made things worse. One month, a major client's payment was delayed. Suddenly, Sarah was facing the very real possibility of not making payroll. She had to consider laying off staff, talented people she'd worked hard to recruit and train. The stress was overwhelming, and it felt like everything she'd built was at risk. That's when we sat down together and built a detailed cash flow forecast. We mapped out every dollar expected to come in and every bill that needed to be paid, week by week. It was eye-opening. For the first time, Sarah could see the peaks and valleys ahead instead of being blindsided by them. The forecast projected her cash position over the next 13 weeks. It showed exactly when she'd be flush with cash, and when she'd be dangerously close to running out. This simple tool gave her the clarity she needed to make smarter decisions. Instead of reacting to emergencies, Sarah could now anticipate shortfalls weeks in advance. She became proactive, not just putting out fires, but preventing them altogether. She could negotiate with clients, adjust spending, and plan for the future with confidence. With this new foresight, Sarah renegotiated payment terms with her biggest clients, set clearer expectations, and even secured deposits up front. Her business stabilized, and she was able to focus on growth instead of survival. The constant anxiety that once kept her up at night was replaced by a sense of calm and control. She could finally enjoy the success she'd worked so hard to achieve, knowing her business was on solid ground. So, let me ask you, do you have a cash flow forecast for your business? Can you see right now when you might run short and what you'll do about it? Or are you hoping for the best and bracing for surprises? If you don't, this is your urgent task. Don't let poor cash flow sneak up on you. Take control, protect your business, and give yourself the peace of mind you deserve. Your future depends on it. Another reason businesses fail is a lack of planning. Many entrepreneurs are so eager to start their ventures that they dive in headfirst without a strategic roadmap. They might have a great product or service, but without a clear plan, they are essentially navigating without a map. This lack of planning can lead to confusion and chaos. Entrepreneurs often find themselves overwhelmed by the day-to-day operations, reacting to problems as they arise rather than proactively addressing potential issues. This reactive approach can be detrimental to the long-term success of the business. Without a strategic plan, entrepreneurs may find themselves running in circles, unsure of which direction to take. They might chase after every opportunity that comes their way, spreading themselves too thin and losing focus on their core objectives. This can lead to burnout and a lack of progress. A business without a plan is like a ship without a rudder. It drifts aimlessly at the mercy of external forces, unable to steer towards a clear destination. This can result in missed opportunities, wasted resources, and ultimately, failure. I worked with Mark, a specialty food company owner. When I first met him, he was passionate about his products but lacked a clear plan for growth. He was constantly reacting to opportunities without a clear strategy, which led to inconsistent results. Mark's lack of planning meant that he was often overwhelmed and unable to focus on what truly mattered. His costs spiraled out of control, and his brand identity became confusing to customers. He was trying to be everything to everyone, which diluted his brand's message. His costs spiraled, and his brand identity was confusing. This chaotic approach was unsustainable and was taking a toll on both his business and his personal well-being. We paused and defined his 5-year vision. This was a crucial step in helping him gain clarity and direction. By understanding where he wanted to be in the future, we could create a roadmap to get there. He focused on his most profitable customers and refined his strategy. By identifying his ideal customer, he was able to tailor his marketing efforts and product offerings to better meet their needs. This focus helped him to stand out in a crowded market. We created a one-page strategic plan with clear goals. This plan served as a guiding document, helping Mark to stay focused on his objectives and make informed decisions. It provided a sense of direction and purpose which was previously lacking. This plan guided decisions and brought clarity to his team. With everyone on the same page, they were able to work more efficiently and effectively. The chaos that once plagued the business was replaced with a sense of order and purpose. Mark's efforts became focused, and his profitability soared. By having a clear plan in place, he was able to allocate resources more effectively and make strategic decisions that drove growth. His business became more profitable and sustainable. He wasn't just reacting, he was shaping his path. With a clear plan and a focused strategy, Mark was able to take control of his business's future. He navigated challenges with confidence and turned his vision into reality. Weak marketing is one of the most common, yet most overlooked reasons for business failure. It's easy to assume that if you build something great, people will naturally find it. But the reality is, even the best products and services can go completely unnoticed if no one knows they exist. In today's crowded marketplace, simply opening your doors, whether physical or digital, isn't enough. You have to actively reach out and connect with your audience, or risk being invisible. You can have a world-class product, a beautiful website, and a passionate team, but without marketing, it's like shouting into the void. No matter how much effort you put into perfecting your offering, if you don't tell your story, your business will struggle to survive. Marketing is the bridge between what you've built and the people who need it most. Marketing drives customer acquisition. Hope is not a strategy. Many founders fall into the trap of thinking that word of mouth or organic discovery will be enough. But in reality, hope alone won't fill your sales pipeline. You need a plan, a process, and a willingness to experiment and learn. Many founders see marketing as overwhelming, confusing, or even disingenuous. The sheer number of channels, social media, email, content, ads, can make it feel like an impossible puzzle. Some worry that marketing means being pushy or manipulative, but at its core, marketing is simply about communicating value and building relationships. I once coached Tom and Ben, two talented software developers who poured their hearts into building a powerful tool. They were experts at solving technical problems, but when it came to getting the word out, they felt lost. Like many founders, they believed that if their product was good enough, customers would just show up. They launched with a simple website and waited for customers, checking their analytics every day, hoping for a spike in traffic that never came. Days turned into weeks, and the silence was deafening. Their inbox stayed empty, and their user count barely budged. Their product was unknown because their marketing was non-existent. It didn't matter how innovative their tool was. Without visibility, it was destined to gather dust. We reframed marketing as effective communication. Instead of thinking about marketing as selling, we focused on sharing their story, their mission, and the real problems they solved for customers. This shift in mindset made all the difference. They took the time to identify their ideal customer, who they were, what they cared about, and where they spent their time online. By narrowing their focus, they could tailor their message and efforts for maximum impact, instead of trying to appeal to everyone. They started a blog, sharing valuable insights and practical tips that addressed their audience's real challenges. Over time, this built trust and positioned them as experts in their field. People began to take notice, and their website traffic started to grow. Engaging in relevant online communities, whether through podcasts, LinkedIn groups, or industry forums, helped them build their brand and connect with potential customers. They didn't have to be everywhere, just where it mattered most. Marketing doesn't have to be expensive, but it does have to be strategic and consistent. By showing up regularly and providing real value, Tom and Ben turned their invisible product into a growing business. Remember, marketing isn't about shouting the loudest. It's about making sure the right people hear you, at the right time, in the right way. Founder burnout is a personal and painful reason for failure. Hustle culture celebrates overwork, but it leads to self-destruction. Burnout is chronic exhaustion, detachment, and ineffectiveness. I worked with Jane, an e-commerce entrepreneur. She was doing everything herself, leading to burnout. Her health suffered and her business felt like a prison. The solution was delegation and self-care. We started by delegating time-consuming tasks. Jane documented processes and hired help. She shifted from doing everything to leading and managing. Scheduling self-care and downtime was crucial. Delegation and boundaries saved her and her business. The absence of systems leads to chaos and inefficiency. A business without systems is built on sand. I coached David, a contractor with a chaotic operation. His back office was a mess, and he was the bottleneck. We started by documenting his most painful process. Quoting. We created a standardized checklist for quoting projects. This system transformed his business, improving consistency and professionalism. We tackled other processes one by one. Over time, his business became a well-oiled machine. Documenting processes builds a scalable, resilient business. We've covered cash flow, planning, marketing, burnout, and systems. These are the pillars of a sustainable business. Ignoring anyone is like building a house with a structural weakness. The journey of entrepreneurship doesn't have to be a struggle. These failure points are avoidable with practical solutions. Shift from reactive to proactive, and design a resilient business. Success is intentional, strategic action. Take one thing you've learned and implement it this week. Small, consistent steps create massive momentum. If you need help, email me at info@alexabusinesscoach.com.